Hello, universe. Happy Father's Day. I am getting this video done early in the morning because I skipped one of my rides last night. I got ridden. One of the rides I usually do on the elliptical. So I'm up early and I'm going to do 4 today. And I'm going to go ahead and make this one my first one. You like my carrot head? Yes, I've had this do-rag for a couple of days. I don't know if I've worn it in another video or not, though. Either way, happy Father's Day to all of the good fathers out there. The people who the men who treat their children right. So, I have no positive Father's Day memories to share. My father left before I was born, actually. Months before I was born. Which may explain why there's something wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with me. And it's really not made a big difference in my life. My brother, his father was around for the first couple of years of his life. And then disappeared too. And in the last, I guess, 5 or 6 years? No, it's been more than that. 8 years? He has re-emerged intermittently. So, I don't really have Father's Day memories to share with people. I don't really have a feeling about it other than to say that I celebrate men who do take care of their children. And that's always been my perspective. If I have children, should that ever occur one day, is that I want to make sure they always know that they're loved, appreciated, and supported. There's a song by, I beg your pardon, Sarah Evans, that's called, I think it's called You'll Always Be My Baby. And in the song, some of the lines have to do with, brightest nights or darkest days. I'll always feel the same way. I will always feel the same way. Whatever road you may be on, you are never too far gone. My love is there wherever you may be. Just remember, you'll always be my baby. And in ways if I ever had children, always wanted to have a daughter. Because I believe women have a lot of strength in them. Boys do too, obviously. But I've always wanted to be that sort of gent who supports a woman in accomplishing whatever she wants, because so many women have been held back and held down and discouraged. I want to be one of the people who supports women to pursue their dreams. And I suppose in a way, that's why I've always wanted a daughter. Also, girls tend to have a better sense of humor sometimes than men do. Sometimes men, we get a little too rigid and easily offended. And women tend to have a little more open mind to humor sometimes. And I like to think of myself as fairly assertive. And there are women who aren't as assertive, so I'd like to encourage a young woman, well, like I said, to stake her claim in the world. That's what I really want to see. So, that's why I've always sort of liked the idea of being a father. What about you? Do you have kids? What are you going to be doing for Father's Day? If you don't have kids yet, what have you always dreamed of having? Have you dreamed of having boys or girls? Excuse me, both. Have you dreamed of having a junior? You know, like a John Jr. I know they don't give women junior names. I know there was some, in years past, there was some sort of a reference to a woman who carried the same name through the descendancy, but I can't remember what it is. Either way. So Father's Day is really not a big thing for me, except to hope that people are appreciating the good fathers out there that are supportive of their children. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day for me. If all goes well today, I'm going to get a few more questions answered, like I was telling you about yesterday, on that business I'm bidding for, that new contract, and then finish that application tonight. And in the morning, I'm going to do everything I can to reorganize my storage unit so that I can sell a bunch of the stuff, keep most of the stuff I want to keep in my trailer, and move on from it. Because I really don't want to be in a position where I'm carrying a lot of, junk around. That's a big problem. A big problem. Really, my storage unit right now costs $85 a month. And as of July 1st, it will go up to $170, because I had a 2-month half price on my storage unit. If I could clean a lot of that out, then I will try to just rent a $55 a month parking spot for my trailer, save myself over $100 a month, and finally be done with it. I want to save as much money as possible, especially if this new facility is coming up, because I want to save a lot of money and make some movies, hopefully. At least a short indie within the next year, and save more money, pay off my vehicles, and just get myself in a better position. So then tomorrow afternoon, after doing all that, and after my team gets back from their work at the prison, I'm going to go to Houston and turn in that application for that job, or for that bid rather. And when I was talking to the guy yesterday, the manager who's there right now, he's, like I told you, he's ready to go. So usually when someone's about to leave a facility, it's not because they're retiring. It's usually because they're moving to a bigger facility, or a facility that they want to be at. That's not the case with this guy. And when you are moving to a bigger facility, that means you have to maintain ownership of the other facility, or operation of the other facility, until a replacement's found. Well, since he's not leaving to go to a new facility, he's simply leaving. He will not be, he's ready to go. So instead of the normal 2 to 3 month transition, he's ready for almost an immediate, and I mean immediate, transition into a new facility. So that being said, there's a good chance that if I take this facility over, I'll be doing it within a month, which means my income will probably triple within a month. But I'll be operating 2 facilities My crew will be going longer hours, and whoa, that's my footing. I have an itch, so it could be a very big time coming up in the next few months. I'm still going to keep with this though, because I enjoy this. Beg your pardon. It's ultimately my goal in life. Not only for better health, but to be doing media. I decided to go for this facility, even though I was questioning it. Like I told you before, I decided to go for it, because it will help me save up more money. Maybe allow me to help out my family a little more. And so, that's kind of what I'm going for. My family's been really supportive back when I made a film years ago. I spent like $5,000 on a credit card, so never really paid it off. So I want to try and repay that debt in as much as I can. And it's not really about repaying that exact amount. It's about just being supportive the way they were supportive of me. And my budget right now has not allowed me to be as supportive as I'd like to be. So I want to work on that and get that resolved. So that's one goal. So there you have it. Oh man. So there we go. It's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know if you heard, but Kanye West and Kim Kardashian had a child this morning. So just in time for Father's Day. Kanye West, I used to like Kanye West. Not necessarily his music, but sort of his style. But he started to become a little too full of himself. You gotta remember, you are not a god. You are not a deity. You are not a higher power. You're a performer. And the only reason people worship you is because you're in the spotlight. If you were living in the suburbs doing rap, nobody would give a crap about you. You just happen to become successful because of the media. Don't forget, you're a person like everybody else. That's one of the sad things about people is people in media tend to think that they are better than people who are not. That's just your job, guys. You may be getting paid millions of dollars, and if you're not giving that back to help out some people who are showing determination and doing their best to succeed, then really you're just squandering the money, using it for planes and whatever. I understand wanting to be comfortable, but there's a difference between comfort and gluttony. And that's unfortunately what happens with quite a few celebrities, people in the media spotlight. Not just actors and musicians, but even ministers. We're not prophets. We're not gods in that kind of a way, no matter what Scientology or any other religion that believes that is. We're mortal. Gods, by definition, are immortal. So, don't get caught up on yourself just because you make a lot of money. Remember, money is a tool to do the things you want to do. It doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't. Look at all the people who have been wealthy, who've destroyed themselves. As a matter of fact, sometimes money can confuse you. You gotta remember where you came from. And I got off on a tangent about that, but I've just lost respect for Kanye West and his behavior in the last few years. Just as much as I've lost respect for people like Rihanna. When you let a guy like Chris Brown hurt you, and I know that people say, well, she's in an abusive relationship and that happens. It's different being in an abusive relationship when you're in the media. Because it's not like you just hear your friends telling you to get out. You hear many people telling you to get out. And then there are, and excuse me for saying this, but it's true, idiotic people who still support Chris Brown's music, even after he's abused a woman. And there is no situation where you should abuse anyone. And if you're a man with more muscle, hitting on a woman, abusing a woman, in my opinion, makes you inferior as a human being. Hurting people because you can doesn't make you a man. As a matter of anything, it makes you insecure and inferior because you know you can't use your mind to convey your opinion. So you have to use this. So, there it is. There it is. Another 15 minutes. Wow. Like I said, time flies with you guys. I sort of jumped over a bunch of topics today. But there was nothing super sharp in my mind. I have watched the first couple of episodes of Game of Thrones Season 2. Pretty good so far. Tyrion's my favorite character. The Peter Dinklage character. He's doing great. And Arya. She's one of my favorite characters too. So, anyway, that's it for today. Happy Father's Day to all the great fathers out there. Take care of your children and appreciate them, because it does make a difference as they grow up. Remember, you make an impact on the world when you have a child. Not just by your actions, but by the way you treat your children, what they will take to the world as they grow up. Take care of yourselves. Live with passion. See you tomorrow.